I'm saying. One supernova must explode so another star can be born. This, guys, is my 05 Volkswagen TDI. As you can see, it's been sitting a long time. This used to be my daily. So I let a customer use it and they ran it low on oil and
being too nice.
Burned it up. See? You see what I'm saying? Be the niceness in me. And now I'm kind of
she
hard.
left it at Walmart.
Yeah, didn't even offer to get it towed back for me. Nothing. I had to go get it. So I'm just trying to be nice. She didn't have no transportation. I was like, you know what? You can use my car. It runs good. Nothing wrong with it. It's just a 5-speed. So yeah, no problem. I drive 5-speed. Man, blew my dang on engine. So I had plans to fix it, but life be happening, man. I keep getting new cars, and my wife said I can't keep collecting cars and hoarding stuff. I have to get rid of stuff.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Even though I bought you this car to match my car.
Yeah.
It's supposed to have been a his or her thing.
Yeah.
MK what? What is this?
Well, it's MK4.
And I got the MK6.
Oh,
I'll put a picture on the screen. At one time we went to the little Volkswagen festival together, but you know.
But yeah, it sat in my yard and collected a whole bunch of tree sap, and one day I opened the hood and there's a freaking possum under there. I'm like, hello. I'm like, man, move. He didn't startle me or nothing. I'm not scared of possums. But yeah, that's the story, the death story of my car. I had bought new headlights for it and everything.
Okay.
It'll be all right. Let me show you else what I got.
Yes, because we made an agreement, people. I don't want y'all to think I'm being a mean wife.
Come on,
but we can't keep doing this. And for every new car you get, you must get rid of an old one. Okay?
So I prefer this beauty right here. This is a 77 Nova that I bought from my local scrap guy. He was getting ready to head to the crusher, and I was like, nope, I like it. Now, this is not the desired Nova. This is like the 4th gen Nova.
We got 5 kids. You ain't getting no 2-door.
Yeah, I got a 2-door.
Yeah.
I want a sedan.
Yeah.
And this one, bought it, I think, what I paid for, like $500-600 or something like that.
Yeah, that shop we wanted, this was abandoned there. New owners just bought it, and they was like, crush it or else.
Yep,
so we bought it, saved from the crusher. And listen, if this your car, baby, don't come up here and talk about you finna get it back. Cause look, I got my bill of sale. We're gonna have to duke it out.
We're gonna fight for this one.
Yeah.
But clean paint job. That recently just got it painted. So once I clean it all up, it's gonna be nice. So
show us under the hood.
There's nothing under the hood.
I know, but still.
Orange.
Gearheads,
look,
see?
Look, do y'all remember this? I was messing with one of my employees, CJ to be exact, and I was like, pop the hood. You know, bet you can't pop the hood. He looked everywhere, couldn't do it. Good old school. Look at that. Right down in the comments. Let me know if y'all remember that. Popping the hood from the front underneath the bumper. This one has a lot of potential. I'm still gathering stuff. Very clean interior. Some idiot let off a fire extinguisher in there. So it's like fire extinguisher dust, but it's cleanable. I briefly kind of wiped it down just to see if it'll come up, and it came up just fine. So very clean car, man. I like old classic cars. And I was also telling CJ, I was like, you know, it only came with one side view mirror, right? He was like, nah, you playing. I was like, yeah, that's came like that. But it's just the curves, and you can put anything you want under the hood and it'll fit. It's just the room, man, like the solidness of it. Can't go wrong with old school. In my opinion, anyway. This newer stuff, forget that.
Babe, what have you been doing with your back? Turn around.
Oh, I was crawling on the ground. I was on the ground. Yeah. But pretty light work today. We were really hustling and bustling to get everything up out the shop, and my guys did great. This is the cleared out. So once I got all cars out, I cleaned up and blew the shop out, so it looks a lot better. But this is the transplant that I'm gonna use potentially. Probably so. This is a 72 Cutlass Rocket 350, and I'm gonna put in there. I already got the transmission because for some of my old heads, you know, the Chevy transmission won't bolt up to the Oldsmobile without an adapter plate. So I got the BOP TH350. But write down in the comments. I'm new to this old school stuff. I want to get into it a lot more. But first off, my wife said I can't touch this until I get her car, her doors, and brake fluid flush and service it because it needs an oil change.
Thank you.
But drop down in the comments, give me some pointers and some advice. I need it. I'm not really, I haven't really had much experience with old school stuff. Very easy to work on, but I was gonna bump up the compression ratio by going to flat top pistons and probably put headers on it, and that's it. This engine actually runs. I pulled the plugs, everything looked good. I looked down in the cylinders, all looks great. He didn't lie to me, the person I got it from. As you can see, it was sitting a while. I put this crap on, but you get the idea. Good old mechanical fuel pump. Ooh, can't go wrong with the mechanicals.
How much was the engine?
I think I paid $225 and $225 for the transmission, so $450. He bought it as a package deal.
Good deal.
I must say. Now I'm not used to all the freaking standard bolts. It's like I was trying to get this thing on this stand, and at my surprise, I don't have many standard bolts around here. You never pay attention to that sort of thing until you're looking for standard bolts. Everything is metric. So I was like, wow, I could not find a bolt to run up. I found one bolt that ran into the back of this, and I was like, I'm gonna have to hunt down some bolts to, marry the transmission to the engine.
I know who would have appreciated this and could have helped you with this. Harry.
Oh yeah. Oh man, don't remind me.
Harry.
Make me sad.
I know. He would have loved this.
Yeah. This is right down his alley. He would have showed me everything I need to know, man.
So listen, what does this mean for the Cutlass now?
Well, this is just to scratch my itch on an old school. My Cutlass, I'm going all in. I'm not gonna spare no expense on that baby. That being said, I need money, serious money, because I want it to be 100% the way I want it, and that will take some time. Because, as you know, I have a business to run, full family, and all that stuff come first before any project. But with this project,
so cheap.
It's so cheap. I probably under $1,000, more, and I'm under 1,500 in, for a nice old school. Can't go wrong with that, I say.
And I don't know. I feel
under
like
2,000. The car I bought the car to.
I need to say this because you were like, my wife won't let me. I really would like for you to rephrase that.
Yeah, it's not about that.
I'm not letting you do whatever. I just feel like I deserve to have new doors on my Jetta.
You're right.
Give me my brake flush.
And you're being reasonable. It's not like my wife is not being reasonable. If it wasn't for my wife,
you know them clowns coming.
We would have a dang on salvage yard. It'll be outrageous because I don't like letting go cars. I'm a bit of a car hoarder.
Well, listen. I'm working on that 85 Honda next, guys, and that tow truck. Y'all want to buy it? Holler at your girl.
Nah, the 85 Honda Accord, that's
buy
so
something
nice.
else is out of here. You buy something else?
I'm just going to keep it old school.
We're also getting rid of his project where he was going to make a side-by-side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to give to get, baby. Negotiate. Appreciate.
I didn't want to.
Reciprocate.
Plans for that. I wanted to go off-roading.
No, we can buy a side-by-side, sweetheart.
They're expensive.
One day you
will. That's cheap.
No.
I tried.
I love you so much, but no.
Anybody out there that got a side-by-side for a good deal, let me know.
Yes. Speaking of Nissan hardbody, this is Curtis's. I know on live we talked about that a lot.
This thing is a trooper. This has been his best Nissan. Time to say goodbye to old girl. I'm gonna miss her. Actually, come think about it, some people actually make their living off of junking cars. They'll come out to your house, assess the car. It's an art to it, of course. Got it about right. Assess the car, give you $200-300 for it, and turn around, take the cat off, sell the cat separately, and get about $400-500, depending on what type of car it is and how heavy. Well, really how heavy. I don't care what type of car it is. Yeah, they give you like $10 for every 100 pounds or so. And here comes the forklift now. They're gonna
move out the way.
probe the windows. They're gonna drive the forks right through the windows and pick it up from the roof.
Question,
You're gonna miss it.
don't the cost of metal
Fluctuates, yeah.
Yeah, so
Along with
it
cats.
goes up
You're
and
gonna
down.
miss it. Look. That's a tough window. Everything is there. That was my
Hey. Yeah, that was my baby. We'll get you another.
Customer diesel. That was a diesel. So it had a lot of torque.
I bought that car for $900 from the auction in Miami as a non-runner. We drove to Fort Lauderdale on vacation just to pick it up, and crunk it right up, right, babe? We bought it for $900 as a non-runner.
Yeah, and it crunk right
Crunk
up. There was nothing wrong with it. I think it was out of diesel or something.
Right.
Yeah, so we had fun on that little Ford.
Mechanics at the auction don't know what they be doing, and they don't really care. They just gonna.
My book 99 Ford Windstar van I had, it was real clean. When I first got it, it only had like 110,000 to 99, 110,000.
Wow.
So that right there is the scale
I like VW.
of how they weigh the cars or whatever.
We like these.
And now, if you have catalytic converters, you take them off it before you come. Take them on the other side, but or they can cut them off for you right here for an extra fee.
They got this nice little Honda Civic in there.
All right, you guys ready for the check review? Oh, no problem. You know we'll be back. Y'all ready for the big check reveal? $353. Yay!
We're rich.
We're rich. We got a couple more to go. Right?
Well, yeah. Head back.
Okay.
They jumping.
Speaking of, look at that. The cat line is long over there.
Yeah, cats. That's big bunny right there. You got a couple of cats or know how to get the right cats.
Well, here's a tip. Them BMW cats they get you paid, right?
Oh yeah.
So, y'all ever wanted to know why they steal catalytic converters in the first place? That's why. But I know in our state they cracking down. Like you can only be an auto repair.
Can't sell them.
Yeah. So back to the shop.
I still see some right here. Why he doing that? Don't step on that. Oh, took that one for a test drive and mysteriously it dumped transmission fluid and had a little blaze underneath apparently. While I was junking that car, I noticed this car behind me. I know that ain't the customer. It was smoking from underneath the hood. So we came back and was looking for transmission leaks and nothing. I just drove it, double checked everything, and
I wasn't in here for nothing like that. What did we do to it?
just tighten a whole bunch of hoses. Not hoses, but tightened a whole bunch of loose screws. Rerouted some lines. You know, the wiring harness was routed wrong. What else? Valve cover bolts was loose. It's just a whole bunch of loose bolts.
From a previous shop in Tennessee.
Yeah, its previous shop installed an engine. So it's a big mystery as of right now. Of why would it dumped all that fluid out? Because it dumped a crap ton of fluid.
Either way, she's pissed.
Yeah, she's mad.
It don't have nothing to do with us.
Hey, I'd be mad too.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes that's the way the cookie.
Last
cookie
one
crumbles.
touch it, get the blame. But
unfortunately,
we didn't have nothing to do with it. But we gonna get it right for her though.
Yeah, it's good that you uncover this problem, but sometimes, so I figured out this one. I have too much transmission fluid in it. Let's check it together. I never checked this transmission fluid because I always assumed it was dipstickless, but the transmission fluid level is way up here. And it's supposed to be around right here. So it's got like, man, four quarts overfilled, and we just lost a whole bunch of it. What prompted me to, well, I was gonna check it anyway, because it lost a lot of fluid. It was just fluid saturated all in front of the bottom of the truck. And I was like, dang, I'm about to jack it up and pull the little plug. And well, it got a dipstick. To my surprise. I think what happened, sometimes we'll test drive cars different from what the driver is used to driving it. People drive different ways, and we drove it a different way and uncovered a problem that was, you know, could have been happened to her if she would have drove different on that particular day. So yeah, I'm glad we was able to figure it out. I am gonna hold on to it. We're gonna drain some fluid out, and I'm gonna run more tests and just to make sure, because anytime with a situation like this, you want to be dang on sure that you got it fixed right.
Not to mention, you know, this is her second car. I don't even think she really drives it like that. She got the Mustang.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she's scared to drive it now, but I assured her, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna take real good care of you and double check, triple check everything and give it my stamp of approval. So just want to keep it. There.
Let's check it.
Why you keep stopping it?
I don't know what is in there. I don't want to dry it up. It's running right now too.
Yeah, checking the. But it was pretty overfilled though, bro. It was like double the amount.
He said they did the transmission and all the fluid was topped off. I don't know how. It was topped off, all right.
Right.
Right in the 2 dot. A little more.
A little bit more I feel comfortable with because it's not hot. It's still cold. Yeah. We'll do the appreciate you, Keith.
Yes, sir.
We'll do the do a little bit more. So this other shop did the transmission. I just spoke with the person who did the transmission, and he claimed everything was good when it left. That truck only sees my shop and his shop. I do all of her maintenance. We never top off transmission fluid. That's just one of the things we just don't do here. We'll do a service, drain, and fill if you're not having any issues. But other than that, we don't touch it. Now, during my initial inspection, should I have checked the transmission fluid? Yes, I should have checked it. It is right here. But in my defense, mostly all new Chrysler vehicles have sealed transmissions and they're dipstickless. And I guess I just got that in my mind and didn't even check it. But if I would have checked it that day when I did my initial inspection, I would have caught that it was overfilled. Now, the reason I didn't see any leaks is because most transmissions have an overflow system. If there's too much fluid in there, it'll just dump out. This one potentially dumped out from the dipstick causing fluid to get everywhere, or it has a little breather cap at the top of most transmissions, and it dumped out then. Remind you again now, this is the shop that did the engine that I'm going behind.
Well, no, that we didn't get to that part. So I was like,
okay.
I got the tech worksheet. It's in here because we going behind them anyway for all the stuff that they missed when they put the engine in.
So it's in here for them anyway.
Right. So, but that's what I don't understand. Like, I get she's upset, but she was like, you guys keep saying whoever did it. I'm like, wait a minute now.
Yeah, we didn't touch the
transmission fluid. As you can see, we only did bolts and stuff that they had, whatever.
And of course,
and it's in here because they didn't do it right anyway.
And
so
of course, and the dude who I was talking to, I'm not gonna name no name, he said his guys messed up. I guess he don't want to feel the heat from a hot customer and just, you know. And I explained everything to him. We didn't even touch it. But hey,
my issue is you can be kind to a customer, be a rapport with them, but it's like, yeah, all that go out the window.
When there's a problem.
Went right. But now it's like, now we've been doing your cars long enough for you to know that if we did something, you know, we gonna correct it with you. So you don't have to.
But this don't have nothing to do with us. Now the only reason the problem arises, which is a good thing, is because my guy, he probably drove it, got on it a little bit, that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. You should be able to get on any car, get into it without the transmission fluid spewing out. Every time I drive customer cars, I drive them a little bit different because I know that some customer cars are finicky, and I don't want to be blamed for anything. I drive it down the street hard and it blows up. But it's good that it did arise because let's say she did get in it one day for some odd reason, truck would have caught fire. So thanks to my guy for getting into it.
And then we still would have got blamed because it was here last.
Yeah.
Same thing with this one.
Oh yeah, with this one. Speaking of blame, let me get out my gauge. I'm gonna show you something special. Damn, I know what stuff at today. Look at me. Ooh, I'm on it. This was a filler gauge. We did an engine. Let me just give you the backstory. It had some lifter issues. We was dealing with a warranty company at the time, and they just do things different. So just easier to opt for an engine. Put an engine in it. It came back maybe 2 weeks later for a little noise. I diagnosed it, and I noticed that the flywheel, I don't have the flywheel now, or flex plate. It's called flex plates when it comes to automatics, because I gave it to the customer. I gave it to the customer so he can show his spouse, cousin, whatever. But the first time it came back, it was cracked. I was like, okay, maybe one of my guys forgot to torque something or whatever the case may be. Let's pull it down, take a look. I'm like, no, everything was tight, but since I had it down and the customer's already been through a lot of stuff, I just went ahead and replaced it. No charge to her. I probably didn't even mention it to her. I probably did. I don't know. It's been so long ago. Fast forward.
Been a year.
Yeah, been a year to be exact. Fast forward, a year later, it's making similar noises. Put it up in the air, like, cracked flywheel. I'm just gonna call it flywheel.
Call it what it's supposed to be, because ain't nobody got time to be reading no crazy comment.
Yeah, okay, flex plate. Cracked flex plate. And she wanted to go back through the same warranty thing. We don't take that warranty
we have
anymore.
a new flex plate. Will that help? It's here.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yes, I show them what a flex plate looks like. Thought I had one back here. No. Anywho, explain everything to her. I was like, the problem is not the flex plate, it's the torque converter, which I'm about to show you now. But let me go grab that flex plate so I can show you how everything's supposed to work and how the flex plate is getting damaged in the first place. All right, so just got to explain everything first. This is a flex plate. This is a broken flex plate, similar to the one she had, but it wasn't completely broken like the picture. What her problem was, it was cracking. It had little fracture cracks in it. So this part bolts to the engine like so. This is what the starter grabs, this ring right here, to turn over your engine so it'll start up. Then this part is bolted to the torque converter, like so. Now, everything has to be even. When you bolt this down to the crank, this is how it bolts to the engine. This, well, I'll just show. It's better shown than told. It's off, so it's easy to show. Bolts up like so. You torque these down to spec. And then more bolts go through here and bolt to this. Now, if for some odd reason this is not straight, this will be wobbling like so and causing this to fracture. It can wobble for several different reasons. If something is not torqued down properly, tightened properly, it will loosen up and cause damage to it. In this particular case, we have these welded lugs, which are so the bolts can thread in to the torque converter itself. When this part spins, torque converter is like a big clutch in my opinion. And I assumed before I broke it down that these lugs are not even, meaning one is sticking out further than the other one. They're not seated properly. And if they're not seated properly, it causes wear on that flywheel, flex plate. All right, so how I'm gonna do this, let me see, do I remember the measurement? Let's see. So, yeah, so see how that goes in nice and easy? Well, first of all, it's supposed to be flat like this. It won't go in at the top. So that tells me I can't push it in. But if I go down and I'm stabbing it, that tells me that this is pushed out. Let's go to the next one. Nothing. Goes in. Barely goes in. It's not as free. It's like very tight. So that minute amount of, it's not even going in. Let's roll it around so you can see it better.
I can't really see your big Wreck-It Ralph
my
hands
bad.
in the way.
See? That's not even going in. It's not going all the way in.
Show me one going in at that angle too. At that angle.
Look. Nice and easy. I can go a size up on that one. It's so far out versus nothing. Nothing. Won't even go, the tip won't even go in. I know that sounded wrong. Please don't write nothing crazy down in the comments. A little bit right there, but you get the point. These lugs are not properly seated. And when I bolt this flywheel, flex plate, to this, it's literally flexing. If you watch it, when I crank it up, if I put everything back together on this defective torque converter, the flywheel will be wobbling back and forth. And over time, that little minute measurement being off, it will damage the flex plate. Anywho, I had to go back and forth with her because I sent her to a transmission shop. I'm like, well, maybe they'll take your warranty. You know the diagnostic, you know the problem with it. And they was like, send it back to the people who did the engine. They had something to do with it. They misaligned it and all that. I'm like, no, that wasn't the case. So first off, the customer, how she explained it to the shop, yeah, I would have said the same thing. She mixed up what I told her. I said the torque converter, the lugs is misaligned, meaning they're not seated properly. I told her the right way. I can't think of it right now, but that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
So where they at with that?
With what? She finally approved everything after me sitting down and explaining, because she had somebody come up here and he was an ex-mechanic, and I showed him the same thing, and he was like, oh yeah, that's not right. And he took the part back and showed her. So I guess she fully understands everything now, but they was trying to put the blame off on me, which I have nothing to do with. Like I mentioned to her before, I have no problem warranting anything out. Heck, I did it for you, no charge. And it wasn't even my fault last time. So that's not the issue here. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. You can be the nicest person in the world and people will treat you like the enemy.
Yeah. Now her, I understand. But her, we've been working on her car for years.
And we have
like,
no history of touching the transmission fluid. Because the thing is, what most people would say, oh, when you do oil changes and stuff, don't you top off fluids? Well, first of all, when we're doing oil changes, most shops, I don't do it because reason number one, the most I do is top off washer fluid. I don't top off brake fluid because brake fluid is supposed to be a sealed system. I don't do that. I don't top off power steering fluid because if I'm gonna have to top off power steering fluid, brake fluid, you have a leak or a problem. And me just topping it off is just covering up a problem. So I don't do that. Fix problems here. If I would have topped off transmission fluid, it'd have been on your ticket because transmission fluid is very expensive.
That's what I told her. I said, listen, if we topped off your fluid, you would have got charged. We
Yeah.
ain't just, it costs money to do that.
Oh, transmission fluid is very expensive.
So,
So
whatever, man. And, you know, we toward the end of the year, you
Yeah.
know. We just, like I said, just come in, do our job. And there, in these two instances, it's hard to know what a car been before.
yeah.
Until a problem arises, then we gotta hear, well, I did have the transmission did in
Yeah,
January.
she need to be looking at them. They're
Right.
the last person to touch the transmission.
That's why I told her, I was like, well, it's good that I did drive it at highway
Yep.
speed.
That's what I
like that.
said.
Right.
Because you would have got, as soon as you would have got on the highway, the same thing would have happened.
Or she would have tried to overtake somebody. Like, oh, you driving too slow.
But
And you
then-
got into it and it would
But you know what? I remember now. That car sat. They had that car for a long time. I remember
They had
because
it for a good
we
one.
normally fix on her Mustang, and they had it for a while, and she don't really drive that Jeep like that. So it's still kind of new to her.
And that's, and it's like, that's what I do with pretty much everybody cooking car. I'm driving at highway speed to make sure
Simulate.
that simulate.
Oh, they gonna get you back that simulate. Both of y'all. Simulate. I guess our
Simulate.
southern.
Oh, okay, I got you.
We saying it wrong. We saying it wrong.
But yeah, I simulate highway speeds in every car that I go.
Not me. We southern.
Am I not-
Good
I'm
old
not-
southern
We
folks.
Georgia folks. Simulate.
Simulate.
Country boy.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
yeah, that's what I do to every car to simulate highways. I mean, you know, you driving on the highway or whatever situation you in.
It shouldn't
So when
blow
it go
up.
out of here, when it go out of here, we know it's good. Okay, we know it can drive it
Yeah,
70 miles an hour.
She should be thinking of it.
Can I
Not
just
bad.
point out to the fact how my boy confident? You know, can I shake your hand? It's all right. I'm married to him. I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
That's my guy right there.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Well, don't sweat. Should be fine. We ain't got nothing to do with that. We just fixed it for free.
Perfect example.
So-
This gentleman right here. We just did lifters and stuff on it. Now, of course, I read people, but I also like to help people out. But this is a good gentleman here. And he just spent a lot of money with me on this truck. So, drove it. About a week later, came back. It was smoking from the tailpipe and skipping. So I'm like, okay, maybe a defective part or whatever the case may be. No problem. Just drop it off. We'll look at it. Broke everything back down. No parts are defective. He's having a cylinder ring issue. So I already got it broke down. It's nothing extra really for me to pop the piston out and clean the oil control rings. On these, they have ring issues. I had a customer, same thing, it just burning oil like crazy. And I re-ringed it for him. And I don't normally do that type of work, but sometimes I throw in a favor here and there.
Now, any other shop would have charged him
Yeah,
again.
and I told him, I'm just gonna, do you a favor. I already have it broke down to check my work. I'm like, I'll just throw that in there for you. But clean the oil control rings, deglaze the cylinder, and I'm gonna throw everything back together and it'll be fine. No,
Do you still
no
have
charge
the
for
O-ring
him.
off? Or?
No, I already put the pistons back
Oh,
in.
okay.
But direct injected engines are very funny. They can receive a lot of blow by at times and really clog up in between the oil control rings. The pressure rings was fine. It's just
Now,
yeah.
the lifter job and the O-ring job is 2 separate jobs. Because somebody may say, well, why you didn't do that in the first place?
because I don't. First of all, I don't deal with bottom end stuff. That's getting to engine rebuild, and I don't do engine rebuild. So by me doing that, yes, I should have went ahead and did the rest of the cylinders. But this is free. This is a courtesy to him. Sometimes you have to take what you can get. That makes sense. And it was just only a problem with that one cylinder. I looked at the cylinder, and it had some funny shading on the side. I don't know what it was from, but I got rid of it with a hone and got it up back looking good, so everything is sealed back properly and oil won't get into the combustion chamber, because that's what was happening. Oil getting in the combustion chamber.
So he probably had 2 issues?
Well, it didn't leave the shop like that.
No, I'm talking about what, lifters and potentially that as well.
These engines, these LT engines, I'm not a big fan of them. Mainly because people don't know how to maintain these LT engines. Along with, I know I give Hyundai and Kia a hard time, but it's all about how you maintain it and the oil you use. Valvoline makes some really good oil.
Who?
That's Valvoline.
Valvoline, man. Come on now.
Valvoline.
Now, that ain't no Georgia thing. That's just an Alex thing.
Let's see. I think I got a Valvoline bottle somewhere around here. We'll see. We'll let y'all decide. But they make some really good oil that's supposed to clean piston rings or something. Yeah. What y'all think? Valvoline.
It's Valvoline, man. Don't make me call the Valvoline rep.
But yeah, they of course they went through extensive testing, and it works. It's all about special oil, special maintenance, special care, and that's what I'm here for, to show you how to take care of these newer problematic cars. But yeah, that's what's going on.
Well, he's a good customer. He spent, when I say thousands,
so I'm gonna do everything in my
sometimes
power
we will look out for it.
to make it, even though he's supposed to spend more thousands, because that had nothing to do with me, but that just goes to show. I look out for my customers. I take care of them. Even though sometimes it may be taking money out of my pocket, just like in here. That will be an extra fee in most shops. And, don't have nothing to do with it. I wash my hands. I didn't never touch your transmission. Hey, catch on fire for all I care. Oh, your car's on fire. Transmission fluid leaked somewhere, and we didn't have nothing to do with it. Most shops are like that. Most people would say, oh, you're guilty by fixing it. No, I don't look at it that way. I just be trying to help people out sometimes. If you weren't guilty, you wouldn't have fixed it. It's not like that, man. I don't know. I guess I'm special.
Yes, you are.
Some people will say that, Lord, why are you fixing it then if you have nothing to do with it? Because, I appreciate my customer's business, and even though she probably upset with me now for some odd reason, I still look out.
It don't
for
make
people.
me none. She mess with her, she mess with her, she don't, she don't. It's whatever.
Make me none at all.
But I will say this.
But I'm gonna take care of to the end, like I do all my customers.
Yeah, we live by this right here. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Other Christians out there know that scripture, but we give a lot, and we get a lot in return. Many, many blessings come our way. So
Absolutely.
right quick, watch check. Let us see. Let us see.
What you got on today? Got that purple.
What going on right here? That's
something
nice.
fine. I like that. I'm about to cop that from you.
And then look, this is why I call them fresh, y'all.
Don't-
Because the watch coordinate with the jacket. You see the purple hues in there?
Don't leave at nighttime. That's all I gotta tell you.
Oh, look. Let me call my daughter. Come get my watch, please.
Listen, but this is why I nicknamed him Fresh long years ago. Cause man, coordinate. Coordinate. I love that. Oh, and the gray. Okay. Get out of here.
So with this one, This was a strange one today. Let me put this over here. She came in originally for some noise, and this is the noise it's making. Don't knock on my example.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
So it's making like a whining noise, which you can hear. And that is the alternator. The alternator is making horrible noises. And when you drive it, it makes little thud noises going over every little bump. Sway bar links. But as you know, here at Alex Car Doctor, I give everybody a courtesy inspection. Not because I'm looking for stuff. It's because...
I think the video pretty much themed why we need to do courtesy.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, make sure I didn't leave this cap under here. Yeah. So I give a courtesy inspection, just look it over because I am the last one that's touching it. And I don't want no problems. Pulled the check engine light codes, had quite a few codes. But what jumped out at me was cylinder 2 misfire. I'm like, it's not really misfiring. Then I turned on the heat because I'm not gonna lie, it's quite kind of chilly in here. So I was trying to enjoy some heat while I'm looking at stuff. And I noticed it wasn't working. I'm like, that's strange. So that prompted me to look at the cooling system, which I do anyway when it's not too hot, because some cooling systems I just can't open. So first thing I always do is squeeze the hose. If I can squeeze the hose, if it's nice and soft, then I will open up the cooling system. And I found the bad cap. It's supposed to have another piece in the center. It's not supposed to be open like that. The system will never pressurize with a cap like that. So another habit of mine is smelling the cooling system. I just take a whiff, and it smelled like combustion gas. Combustion gas is not a good sign inside your cooling system. Yes, my nose is trained to smell combustion gas. I'm not getting into that. So next thing I do to back up my nose, back up my nose. My nose need backup today. Is do a combustion test. And this to me looks yellow.
Like a green to me, but
it
it don't supposed to be that color though.
Yeah, it don't supposed to be this color. So that worried me. I was like, what I don't want to happen is I put a radiator cap on this thing, because she had no idea that she was having cooling system issues. I went and spoke with her. I'm like, are you having to top off your cooling system? Are you having any cooling system problems? She was like, no. I didn't want to put a radiator cap on this thing, and now she's having problems. And who she's going to come back to? Me. So I'm the last person that touched it. Like, it wasn't doing all this before you touched da-da-da. So I got to absolutely make sure I cross my T's and dot my I's, good people, because it's real out here. Now I can put possible blown head gasket. Yes, it passed my little sit test. I let it sit, watch the temperature, it go up, come back down when the fans come on. It did good, but that don't mean diddly squat. Head gaskets can blow in different stages. This could be stage 1, meaning it's so small that it's really not showing its butt, but it's consuming coolant. Any blown head gasket will consume coolant. So over time, you're losing coolant, no visible leaks, nowhere, but coolant is disappearing. And that cylinder 2 misfire kind of indicated a problem with the blown head gasket, because it will pick a misfire up, but briefly, and sometimes won't even throw a code. I tell you what's really good at hiding head gaskets is the old Nissan 2.5. So maybe the new ones too, because they didn't really change the engine. You can drive to California and back with a blown head gasket, and it'll be just fine. It's the weirdest thing ever. That's why courtesy inspections are so important. Great. We're golden. We're right at the hotline. Now, I just got into this truck real good, so I'm pretty sure the transmission
I
fluid.
didn't get to see the hotline. Can you do it?
Yeah, I can just show them right here. It's in between right there. Oh, we're golden. Now, what I was explaining to the customer that I think what happened was when they put this transmission in, and this is a reman transmission, they mostly come with fluid already in it, and if they didn't know, they will easily overtop it. And I think that's what happened. And like I told the customer, you know, it's my fault for not checking it, because I should have checked it, because I found everything else they made a mistake on, but I just didn't check the fluid because I already told you. I'm so used to it having a dipstick. But he's golden now. Wow. All right.
New flex plate?
New torque converter.
Okay, yeah. I'm confused.
Flexi right there.
Flex right now.
Perfect. Everything nice and even so far. Oh, some stuff right there. That's why I can't get up and paint. Yeah, about the same. All right. I'm very happy with that. I like this one.
Walk straight through it.
Yeah.
Will she finally authorize everything?
Yeah, she did.
And look, it don't go straight through on this one.
Yeah, she got the snaps thing going on.
Just making sure the torque converter is seated. Now, back to the earlier issue. I said, because I'm a show and tell type of guy. I said the excessive transmission fluid came out of a vent tube. And from my understanding, all transmission has vent tubes. Let me turn this off so it won't come back on. All right, finally, that thing shut off. This right here is a vent tube. Sort of, it can breathe. I don't know the full working of it, but somebody write down in the comment, is it just breathing off excess pressure? I'm not sure. I have some more examples, but on a normal basis, the transmission line is going to stop about right here, somewhere right here. And this is about maybe 5 quarts. If they put another 5 quarts in there, the transmission fluid can potentially be way up here. Now, when the internal workings start to do its thing and start spinning, it can cause aeration of the fluid, and yes, it just dump it out the top. Here's another transmission. This is a front wheel drive model. Here's the vent tube on it. So I am assuming it's safe to say all transmissions have a vent tube of some
I
sort.
don't know. Let's ask the transmission specialist.
Yes.
You guys comment
Pretty
below.
sure
Educate us.
Yeah, please do. Like I said, my cup is never full, so please educate me on transmissions. I will really appreciate that.
Will you start doing them?
No. But I have several other ones. We have a Honda down here. Did you want to see if that one have a transmission?
Sure.
vent tube?
Yeah.
Yep. Here it is, right here. This right there. This little rubber hose. Yeah, so it seems like all of them have trans vent tubes. So I wasn't tripping. I like to make sure I'm always telling my customers the correct stuff. Even if I don't specialize in that particular area, I still want to be educated. That's why I always take classes. And have some type of general knowledge of a vehicle, the different components of the vehicle. But good people, I'm in this right here. It's been an interesting one, I say. What you think?
Yes. Plus, we gotta go junk some more.
Yeah, we got
Some more of your junk.
Don't remind me. Good people, I enjoyed you guys today. Y'all enjoy me. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Alex Car Doctor out. See y'all on the next one.
Yeah.